back to Mama Family Fun. Today we are going to do our read alouds. So I have 4 books to read to you today. One is The Pout Pout Fish Learns to Read, 5 Little Ducks, Dreams, and Chester's Way. So the first book we're going to read is 5 Little Ducks. 5 little ducks went out one day over the hills and far away. Mother duck said quack, 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 but only 4 little ducks came back. 4 little ducks went out one day over the hills and far away. Mother duck said quack, 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 but only 3 little ducks came back. Do 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 do. 3 little ducks went out one day over the hill and far away. Mother duck said quack, 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 but only 2 little ducks came back. Do 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 do. 2 little ducks went out one day over the hill and far away. Mother duck said quack, 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 but only 1 little duck came back. Do 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 do. 1 little duck went out one day over the hill and far away. Mother duck said quack, quack, buck, but none of the 5 little ducks came back. You can see where she's playing in the leaves and looking for them everywhere. Sad little mother duck went out one day over the hill and far away. Mother duck said quack, 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 and all of the 5 little ducks came back. So the 5 little ducks are coming back. See all the little duckies. And you see a little picture of the ducks. So that was the 5 Little Ducks song. Next book we're going to read is The Pout Pout Fish Learns to Read. The Pout Pout Fish Learns to Read. So you can see he's hopeless. He cannot read. A long time ago when Mr. Fish was very small, he didn't know his letters. He could not read at all. So you can see he's very, very small. I'm not sure I can do it. I'm not sure I'll succeed. He wondered and he worried and if ever learned to weed. See, he's really worrying and all the fish are doing their best to cheer him. By little, he tried to learn. Each day he tried a while. Soon letters became friendlier and the words began to smile. See, he's upside down. He feels really sad that he doesn't know how to read. Kindly grown-ups helped him. His teacher, mom, dad, the books in his backpack cheered him and made him glad. So I don't know who this is. It's probably his teacher. Maybe I can do it. I'll succeed. So see, he has his book bag to think he was going to school. He started to believe that he could learn to read. So all the fish friends are like so happy. But each day he met more words and words that played in his books. He got to know them better by their sounds and shapes and looks. Then one morning he was sitting by a friend. He opened the book and read it to the end. Succeeds. Everyone caught him reading to a friend. Hooray! I did it! Hooray! I can exceed! Without a doubt he knew Mr. Fish had learned to read. The funny thing is that he's reading the Pout Pout Fish, and the Pout Pout Fish is basically him. And ever since that morning when the words came shining through, Mr. Fish has spun through the pages to meet readers like you. So you see he's reading a Pout Pout Fish book. And you can see some different kinds. There's Pout Pout Fish in the big, big dark. There's a Christmas one. And then there's a Pout Pout Fish Goes to School. So they have different series. The Christmas one is pretty new. So that was Pout Pout Fish Learns to Read. Chester's way. Chester's way. See, he's reading. Poor Guinea. So you can see this page that says, Poor Guinea. Hello, my name is Chester. I like corn and peanut butter and making my bed. Chester had his own way of living. So this is Chester. He always cuts his sandwich diagonally. So you can see he's cutting his sandwich diagonally, which is like this way. He always got out of bed on the same side. He always gets out on the same side. So when he wakes up, he gets on the same side. You know, he gets it to me. He never left the house without double knotting his shoes. Chester always had the same thing for breakfast: toast with jam and peanut butter. You see, he's making a jam and peanut butter sandwich. He always carried a miniature first aid in his back pocket, just in case. You see, he's digging in his pocket for his first aid kit. You definitely have a mind of your own, said Chester's mother. That's the one way we put it to it, said Chester's father. So their parents are very happy about their little Chester. Chester's best friend Wilson was exactly the same way. That's why they were friends. So this is his friend right there. They do the same thing every day. Chester wouldn't play baseball unless Wilson played, and they never swung at the same pitch or slide head first. You see, they're playing baseball right now. Wilson wouldn't ride his bike unless Chester wanted to, and they always use their hand signals. See, they're riding bikes. If Chester was hungry, Wilson was hungry too, but they rarely ate between meals. You see, they're having some ice cream. Some days I can't tell those two apart, said Wilson's parents. Wilson's mother. Me neither, said Wilson's father. So you can see, I guess they just got done reading a book and they fell fast asleep. Chester and Wilson. Chester and Wilson. That's the way it was. You see, I guess they're doing leapfrog. I guess. I don't know if that's leapfrog. They loved going on picnics. Once, when Wilson accidentally swallowed a watermelon seed and cried because he was afraid that a watermelon would go inside of him. That's actually not true. I mean, I read it on the internet. It was not true. Once too. Don't worry, said Chester. Now if you grow a watermelon plant, I'll grow one too. Chester accidentally swallowed a little seed. You see that little black dot? That's a watermelon seed. Chester duplicated his Christmas list every year and gave a copy to Wilson because they always wanted the same things anyway. So he has 2 copies that he's bringing to Wilson's house. For Halloween, they always dress up at the same things they want together. Salt, pepper, shakers, 2 mittens on a string, ham and eggs. There really are 2 peas in a pod, said Chester's mother. Looks like it, said Chester's mother. You can see they're both dressed up as a pea. In spring, Chester and Wilson share the same umbrella. You see, they're holding a little. In winter, they never throw snowballs at each other. So you see, they're just sledding down the hill. In fall, they raked leaves together. So they're doing some raking, and then they'll jump on the leaves, rake it again, and you know. In the summer, they reminded each other to wear sunscreen so they wouldn't get burnt. As you can see, Chester is just sitting sunbathing, and he's just playing in the pool. Chester Wilson. That was the way it was. Then Lily moved into the neighborhood. See, they're sitting by the tree. Lily had her own way of doing things. I'm Lily. I'm the queen, and I like everything. So you see, this new girl Lily had come into the neighborhood, and she has her own unique style. She wore band-aids all over her arms to look brave. You see, she has band-aids all over herself to look brave. I don't think it looks brave. It makes people worry. She talked backwards to herself sometimes so no one would know what she was saying. So she's talking backwards, and Chester and forget the other kid's name, but they're like really confused. Wilson. She never left the house without one of her nifty disguises. So she has makeup on and like Lily ate at all the cars that passed by, even if she didn't know who was in them. So she's just being friendly. She must do that all the time because like cars always pass by your house. She always carried a loaded squirt gun in her back pocket just in case. So she even has like detective glasses, you know, just in case. She definitely has a mind of her own, said Chester. That's one way to put it, said Wilson. So they both agreed, obviously. When Lily asked Chester and Wilson to play, said they were busy. They're on the swing and Lily wanted to play, but they said they were busy. When they called her up on the phone, they discussed their voices and said they weren't home. So they're both calling each other and they're saying they're not home. If Lily was walking on the side of the street, Chester and Wilson crossed to the other and hide. So I think I would understand why they would hide. She's really creepy. She's something else, said Chester. Looks like it, said Wilson. So they're hiding behind a tree because, like, she's wearing like this scary clown outfit. One day, while Chester and Wilson were practicing their hand signals, some little boys rode by, popping their wheelies. And so go Chester and Wilson yelled personal remarkings. So these big kids, while they were doing their hand signals, they bumped into some big kids. Chester and Wilson didn't know what to do. Just when they were about to give up hope, a fierce-looking cat with horrible fangs jumped out of the bushes and frightened the older boys away. So I think I might know who this cat might be. Do you guys have an idea who it might be? Who are you, Chester asked the cat. Of course, the cat replied. So this cat right here just saved these rats. Thank you, Lily, said Chester. You're welcome, Chester, said Lily. Thank you, Lily, said Wilson. You're welcome, Wilson, said Lily. I'm glad you were wearing a disguise, said Chester. I'm glad you had your squirt gun, said Wilson. I always do, said Lily, just in case. So it was Lily. I knew it. And then they became best friends, obviously. Afterwards, Chester invited Lily over for dinner. You have a muscle mouse cup? Said Lily. Of course, said Chester. I do too, said Lily. Same here, said Wilson. So he has a muscle cup. And everyone else, the friends have it. Chester and Wilson cut their sandwiches diagonally. Lily asked Chester's mother if she had a cookie cutters. She made stars, flowers, and bells. That's neat, said Chester. Wow, said Wilson. See, she made these little shaped cookies. That night, Lily invited Chester and Wilson to sleep over. You have a night light? Said Chester. Of course, said Lily. I do too, said Chester. Same here, said Wilson. So she even has a little night light, just in case monsters. Chester and Wilson wanted toast with jam and peanut butter for breakfast the next morning. Boring, said Lily. Try this instead. This is good, said Chester. Wow, said Wilson. So she made her own little sandwich person thing. After that, Lily asked Chester and Wilson to play. They said yes. So they're riding on one of those horsey things. When they called up the phone, they had a pleasant conversation. I think they're going to become friends. And if Lily was walking on the side of the street, Chester and Wilson ran to catch up with her. She's wearing a paper bag hat. Chester and Wilson taught Lily hand signals and taught them how to pop wheelies. So they're all riding bikes with black glasses. Lily taught Chester how to talk backwards and taught her how to do double knot her shoes. Some days I can't tell those three apart, said Lily's mother. Me neither, said Lily's father. You see, they made a little dragon. Chester, Wilson, and Lily and Wilson. Chester, Wilson, and Lily. Lily and Wilson and Chester. That's the way it was. So I think they have a band right now. For Halloween, they dressed up the three blind mice. So this is the three blind mice costume. For Christmas, Lily gave Chester and Wilson nifty disguises and then gave them balls and multiple colored shoelaces, extra long for double knotting. See, they got each other's gifts. They loved going on picnics. When Chester and Wilson told Lily about how they ate each other's watermelon seed once, they swallowed 3 of them. I'll grow a watermelon for each of us, she said. So she swallowed like 3 watermelons. Then Chester and Victor moved on to the neighborhood. And they are becoming friends too. You see it on the back. Had things. So we're not gonna have time for dreams. So I'm guessing that Chester's Way was our grand finale book. And I'll read this in our next read aloud. Bye guys!